Yeah, it's the 2-6. Fayetteville, stand up. Let's go. The more you know. Yeah. 26 for the 2-6. Yeah, we outside. From the Ville to the world, let it ride. 1-4-4-5, we live.
Hey everybody, it is your girl ShaDonna, the Mo You Know McPhaul, and we are back with 26 for the 2-6 right here on 104.5 TV on the Mo You Know Impact Network. And I have my fellow Eagle.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey Stephen, how you doing? This is Stephen Bullock of DivineTime Contracting. So yes, we got to talk about the bird thing. So everybody know we're in the 2-6 Fayetteville. Because anytime we tell people what school did you go to, the next question that you're from Fayetteville, the next question is what school did you go to? So he's like, I heard you went to Bird. Yes, I went to Bird. So let's talk about Bird. Let's give, we got to give our alma mater just a couple minutes, like 26 seconds. What was your Bird experience?
My Bird experience was actually probably one of the best high school experiences I could have actually had, because Bird in 10th grade, I was in a program called Forward Pass over there, which is academic gifted course. They sent me to Fayetteville Tech to go to college, and I was going through electrical programs there, and all the way until I was a senior. Could have actually went and completed it and got my certificate. As soon as I got done, I was on the best band there was, in the county was Douglas Bird. When I went there, the drum line, because I was in Bird, and I went to Bird Middle. I marched in the drum line in Bird Middle. #1 drum line, all 6 years we were there. Only lost first place and got second place, one competition in 6 years.
Wow. So you people are going to hear that, and they're going to be like, no way y'all beat E.E. Smith. No way y'all beat Jack Britt. No way y'all beat 71st. No way y'all beat Southview. So they're going to fact check. They're going to fact check.
So I graduated in 2008. And I was marching from 2003 until 2008, from when I was in 7th grade until I was a senior. And we're there. We didn't high step. Yeah. We were a core style step, but we had the best drum line in the county. And they can fact check me on that one. We only lost to second place in one competition in 6 years. Now then, when Dumas left, which our band instructor was in 2008, I cannot vouch for the Birds band any further, but it definitely was the best band back
Was
then.
it called the Eagle Regiment then?
It was.
The regiment then?
Yes.
Okay.
We had, when I first started marching, we were in the black and red uniforms, and then we switched over to the white and golds. And man, those were the best uniforms there was out there. Sharp and crisp. The only thing is, you march on that grass, you got a grass stain on it.
Yeah. So my son is he's in the 7th grade at Southview Middle, so he plays saxophone. So I'm hoping that he goes and does all the things, baseball and all the things. But I feel like as an artist, once you learn how to read music, once you learn the foundational parts of anything, you're going to be great.
And that started my music career.
Right. And let's get into that. So
hold on.
Okay.
So let me ask you. So your son is in Southview Middle. Which saxophone?
I think it's the alto.
That's what my son plays in 7th grade at Southview Middle.
Okay.
So your son and my son may be best friends.
What's your son's name?
Ian Beltran.
Ian Beltran. I don't know that name, but I know Miss. What's her name? What's the band lady? Miss Becky.
I think it's Miss Becky.
Yeah, I know that's her first name. I don't want to not say her last name.
Yep, her.
But she's great. They say she's like the best in the business.
So my son and my daughter are both in Southview Middle, and they both play alto sax.
Yeah, so I know we've done seen each other at the concerts, because I'm at all the concerts, recording, doing the whole band mom thing.
Small world, small town.
Yes, I want to get back. So we got to get to DivineTime, but we're at a music studio. So you were telling me some things. Used to be a music manager, so
correct.
You already know what my mind is calculating, because we want Fayetteville and the music artists to get to where they want to be. Anybody I work with, anything I do, I want to help people get to where they want to be, not where I want them to be, not where you want them to be, not where Colleen want them to be,
where they're supposed to be.
Yes. So take us back through that time when you were managing music.
So when I was managing music, I managed a group called Race Taylor Music Group here. It was a local music group. It was right after I got out of the military, and I had one of my good friends was inside of the group. His name was Mills. He was one of the rappers. He took me to one of the shows. I went out there. I experienced it. I seen what they were doing right. and what they were doing wrong. I gave them a little bit of piece of my advice. They took a little bit, they ran with it, and they said, Stephen, we need you here for our next show, because they needed me to look over what they were doing right and wrong so they can improve for their next show. And what I did is I kept going to their shows. I ended up becoming their music manager. I networked with more artists out here, and then I started going to their studio sessions, and then I met other artists here in the music business and worked with several different local music artists here, which was Buster Brown, BZB, Zach the Beast, Mills. I worked with Dizzy Danson. Shotgun Shane is an upcoming artist that was based out of Tennessee. I worked with him. I've done some work with True Heart Drew's on productions. I've done a lot of work in this music business here. And what I have noticed, a lot of the artists, they lack one area or another in it. And if they could just figure out that one little area they need to work on, then that would change their whole career and blow it up. I believe the only reason why more artists here in Fayetteville haven't exploded and taken off is more because that they focus on one area of music and not the full production of the music, which is your visuals, your sound, your lyrics, your shows. Everything comes down and boils down to the business of it. So they need to learn the business side of the music and not just put out music. So you can put out 20 songs in a week and you might only get one play off of 20 songs, or you can put out one song, focus on it, master it, get a great visual, get a great production, promote it, turn around and take it to the next city, put on some shows out there, reach out to your local bar that's struggling and having trouble bringing in people, see if you can't bring in fans there and work out a deal with them, because there's ways, even though you might not have a budget, there's a way to create a budget as long as you're willing to do this one key word, network.
Absolutely.
Network will create your net worth.
Absolutely. And we were talking too, I'm like, I feel like I am the queen of networking. The queen, I even have a song, Master Connector, because I don't do the hair, the nails. I connect people. I listen to people. I know what you can do. Then I listen to this person. I know what they need, and I make that connection. So that's why I'm so excited about what we're doing here with the series 26 for the 2-6, because there are so many people who have a gift that somebody doesn't know about yet.
Yep, correct.
So I am excited, and you kind of glazed over the military thing. We just found out we were both in the Air Force.
Yeah.
So did you go in? Because I know I went in right after I graduated Bird. Did you take some time off, or did you go right in after high school?
Actually, I was one of the workers over here at Lafayette Bowling Lanes.
Okay.
And I did a lot of jobs before I went in the military. So I worked and went to the high school, and then I got out. When I graduated high school, it was a 6-month span. But at that time in 2008, I was doing the books and working the restaurant side of Lafayette Bowling Lane. So I kind of seen the numbers declining. I'm a numbers guy. I'm very good at seeing numbers and seeing the way they go and how to change it. So when I seen it declining and I noticed jobs were possibly going to be on the fritz, I turned around and I said, you know what? I took a step back. I started looking at different options, and which was, what can I do to better myself in my future? Because I didn't go to college right after high school. And then I took 6 months. I finished out there, and then I went to MEPS right after. Okay. So it was only a 6-month span. But that was I probably would have been a little longer if it wasn't the economy going down.
Yeah, me and my friend Tasha, and I made a video about this. We were working at the Hardee's on Scarborough Road. Working drive through, and it was a lot of high school kids there. You know, we had people from 71st, Westover, Bird. Right. And we just talking about what we were going to do. And she was like, hey, I'm going in the military. And we was like, oh, we're going to go with the buddy system. I don't even think the Air Force had a buddy system for real. Right. But I know the Army did. So we but anyway, like I said, Tasha left, I left, when we both ended up retiring. And she actually, I think she moved back here, because she hit me up the other day about some things. It's actually our 30-year reunion. So I'm trying to do a joint reunion type situation, because I know every school may or may not have their stuff going, but I'm like, hey y'all, let's go out, let's do a field, and let's go out, let's have some fun, let's just get together and see who's doing what, who can help. Let's network. That's the thing now. It ain't about, we could talk about the old football days and your basketball. Everybody can be Al Bundy for 5 minutes, but just like homecoming, because I didn't go to college, so I don't have a homecoming.
Right.
So, but I do some stuff with Fayetteville State and all the things, but I'm really into, like I said, okay, y'all, what can we do together? If we were friends then, even if we wasn't friends, hey, you got this, you got that, what can we do together at this big age?
Right. We might not have been friends back then, but who says that we can't build a relationship now? Even we could have been worse enemies, but that's in the past, right? we're living in today. We got a future, and now we are now in the future from that past. Yeah. Every second is a different second and a different time. So you could be my enemy back then, and I'll wash my hands and forget. Yeah. Not forget it. I will always remember, but I will forgive. And then let's keep pushing forward. Let's do business, because at the end of the day, it's business. Yeah. Why am I going to say no, wash my hands of you because I had a problem with you in high school
30 years ago?
30 years ago. We're all grown, right? At the end of the day. So let's forgive, not forget, and keep pressing forward and be adults.
Absolutely. So we got to get to the main thing. I always talk about keep the main thing, yes, DivineTime Contracting. How did you get there? How did I get
there? There was a lot of steps to get here, to be honest with you. It wasn't just I woke up overnight and says, man, I'm starting a business. I needed my yard cut. Okay. I couldn't find a landscaper. I was like, I'm going to go to Hope Mills Lawnmower. I'm going to buy me a lawnmower. I turned around. I got a lawnmower. I went to my grandma's house. I cut her grass and turned around. I remembered my steps in what I was doing when I was 11. I used to run a little small lawn care business when I was 11. I cut everyone's house in my neighborhood when I was 11 years old. And you might laugh at me. You're like, man, can I get these prices? Can I get my prices to do it? Because when I cut everyone's yard, and I had a nickname growing up, and they thought they were making fun of me, but they didn't realize they were making a businessman out of me. It was $5. Because I would pull up to your yard with a push mower, and it would cost me $2 to $3 in gas to push mow your yard and $1 in blades, but I'll make $1 at the end of the day. I had $1 more than I did when I started your yard, and I kept pushing. I was like, you know what? That's going to add up. Because in my mind back then, we only made $5 inside of like our allowance. So that was a lot of money. I was making that in 30 minutes. And then my next year, my solution came in, well, I'm not going to charge $5. I'm not making enough money, right? So how do I raise up prices without, scaring away the customer? The customer would ask me, how much are you going to charge me? And I was like, you know what? How much do you see I'm worth? I'm only going to charge you what you see I'm worth. If you think I did not do a good enough job and you think my job is worth $0, you pay me $0 and I'm happy at the end of the day. If you think I did $100 worth job, you pay me $100 at the end of the day. I am only charging you what you feel my work was worth. And I went through that my whole time until I was about 18 years old, right before I went in the military. And I stopped the landscaping then. And it really did. It kept me going and going. And I worked while I had my buddies out there working. I turned around and I was getting my other jobs. So went to the military, separated, and did the music scene. Got here to the construction business and landscaping, because when I bought that mower, I cut it. I was like, man, clicked in my head again when I was 11. Like, this was easy. I can make money out of this. So I called up my cousin. I said, hey, man, you need your yard cut? It looks like you need your yard cut. He asked me how much I want to charge. I said, $40. That's where I started out at, $40 yard cut. It led into one thing, and then the season come up. We're at the end of the yard cutting season. I only had probably about 25, 30 customers then. Which was a lot starting out. That was pretty successful, I feel like, for the little size company I was. Not the size company I am now. But the season was coming to an end. I didn't want to stop the income. So I was like, well, what do I do now? I went and bought me a dump trailer. I turned around, added on to the business. So every season I grow. And I make sure we add on something to this company to make it worth being called DivineTime. Because the name of DivineTime is not meaning it's my time. It's not mine. It is God's time. 100%. And that's what the word divine is, God and time. So I sit there and take my time. I make sure we do the best quality work there is. And we add on, because I want to make sure that I'm the best there is for God.
Absolutely. And you said today is your 6-year anniversary.
It is. Today is my 6-year anniversary. We went into business on April 20th, 2020, starting off as landscaping, merged into the construction world about in 2023. We started doing home remodels. Now we're doing fences, decks, painting, sheetrock work, flooring. We work with a couple property management companies out here in Fayetteville. I work with a lot of realtors. We even do like higher end landscaping for more elegant clients for like the hardscape, the rocks. We got a tractor we just added on. That was our new service we just added on this year. Was we went and bought us a tractor so we can go clear out some land too. So every year I'm trying to add on and to grow this company so we're not just at a stuck point.
Absolutely. I love that so much because there are a lot of kids, I love the kids. There are probably a lot of kids at Bird who need these internships. So I got to connect you with NC Works in Mid Carolina because they actually pay the businesses. No, they pay the kids to work at the businesses. So there's no cost to the business owner. And, you talk about these kids that may not want to go into the military, that may not want to go to college, that may not want to do the thing, but everybody can push a lawnmower. I don't care who you are. I was even pushing a lawnmower for one time because I would pay the people. I remember my last landscape dude. He wanted to come like every week. Bruh, this grass don't need to be cut. Leave me alone. But that's the one thing we tell kids, find one thing that you can do without even thinking. And you said that was the thing. It was relaxing.
It was very peaceful for me. So anytime I would get stressed or so I have ADHD. So I have to keep my mind going to keep myself out of trouble as a kid.
Right.
That's any kid. Because if not, their mind wonders are going to sit there and trying to figure out, well, what can I do? What can I do? And they end up normally getting in trouble somehow. So mine was, all right, I need something to do. Work on a car or go push a lawn. Pushing a lawn made me a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I turned around, I started pushing lawns. One thing I've also noticed too is kids can paint.
Yes.
They might not like to paint and they might rush through it. But every kid can paint. They just you might have to walk them through it just a little bit more, just like them cutting the lawn.
Yeah.
My son, when he cuts, he has ADHD. He's just like me. He'll go straight, and then the next one will be all the way over here like a Z, and then it'll go straight and all the way over here again. So I had to take a little bit of time. I was like, hey, son, just go back. When you get to the end, just circle it back around, go back and forth. It was that easy. He ended up catching it, kept his ADHD. This weekend, we're painting our house. My son, here's your paintbrush. He gets his ADHD. He sits there and streaks up this wall, goes over here and streaks up this wall. I'll walk in and check in on him, see how he's doing. And I tell you, it definitely had the mind of an ADHD kid's thing. So we went in there and I showed him exactly how to paint, go straight and all that. Best painter in there. Out of the house.
Love it. I love.
You just got to take that time with the kids.
And giving them that outlet.
Yeah.
Because like you said, if they don't have an outlet, they'll make one.
Yeah.
And we're not going to like what they make.
No. And I run a youth program over the summertime too. So I'm very interested in connecting with that.
Absolutely.
Last couple of years, we've taken on like 2 or 3 youths from the age now. It has to be, of course, of working age for our insurance purposes. Yeah. But if they are of underage of 12 to 15, which is 15, I think and a half is the working age. But if they're from 12 to 15, we will bring them in as a youth program to teach them some things, but we are not authorized to pay them at the moment in time, but we can be like a mentor and teach them. I am all about teaching the youth and giving them an outlet. Yeah. Because that's what we're here for.
I love that. And I know we got to wrap up, but we got a link to, I have the ShaDonna M. McPhaul Success Academy, because I see so many parents like, who will hire my kid? Who will hire my kid? And me being a mom of a 13-year-old, I know how important that is. But Stephen, I want to thank you again.
Yes, ma'am.
So on behalf of 1045 TV and the Mo Impact Network, I want to present you with this check for $500 to help market your business. I know you got it going on and y'all grow, you don't need it, but we need to get the word out to these kids, to these parents, to these people who need these jobs, because as you're growing, you're going to need employees because you're going to grow.
Yes, ma'am.
You are going to grow, and people are going to need an outlet. I don't care how old you are. I don't care what school you went to, what branch of the service you did. And while you musicians are getting your music together, you need to pay for the studio time and all the things to get your quality up. So right. I just want to thank you for stopping by today. And like I said, I look forward to working with you on all the things because, like I said, if I hear something, we can piece this thing together and we can make sure our community is where they want to be.
Yes, ma'am. We're all here to help out the community.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it, Miss Bo.
Yeah! It's the 2-6. Fayetteville, stand up. Let's go. The more you know. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. 26 for the 2-6. Yeah, we outside. From the Ville to the world, let it ride. 1-4-4-5. We live.